So you guys don't realize this, but I'm hiding in the shade right now from Nick.
And I'm closing my eyes so that he won't screen
me.
cheat.
But this game expects you to screen cheat. Lots of screen cheating. More than GoldenEye screen cheat.
Dun dun dun! Even more than the game that's modeled after screen cheating.
Is that possible?
Yeah, that's actually a game.
No, it's called screen cheating, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. But
something like that.
Yeah, that game's old school now. So this is Chambara.
And it's a really interesting...
As far as we know, there are chickens going around with swords, swordfish, and you can...
Magic wands.
Yeah, like a Sailor Moon one. There was... What was the other weapons?
There was like a...
stick?
like a leak.
Yeah, it was a leak of a lot of random weapons to this game. I thought it was pretty neat. Most of the levels are like black and white. Some are like sort of lengthier battle arenas, and then others are like really small, tight quarters. Now, I feel like this... I don't want to say this is a game where you need to have 4 players or 3 players, but I feel like you're not...
It's more fun with 4 players.
I think I assume this would be a lot more intense.
Would you say that this is a con game?
I think this could be a con game. I think because you have to close your eyes, I think having a crowd when you're playing it would probably be detrimental. I don't know, that's what I feel like.
Yeah, out of all the things you can do in the game, the closing your eyes feature just doesn't really feel like... Why? Why is that even a thing?
I think that's a thing if you're in the shadows and because your characters are dark, totally black characters, I feel like that's a thing you do if you're hiding in the shadows and you want to do a stealth attack. You don't want people to suddenly sneak up on you, but you want to sneak up on the other person.
No, I don't think that's how it works, because I was able to sneak up on...
Because I can see your screen, right? Like if you don't...
Right, yeah.
So that's why I feel if you do that stealth mode, then suddenly you can sneak up and someone's near you, then you can attack them. I feel like that's the point. It's sort of like Chicken Ninjas, this game.
Yeah.
That's why I feel like the main point of that is it's not to just goof around with it.
It's like ninjas with chicken.
Yeah. I feel like
chicken noodle ninjas.
It's a neat game. There's a charge attack, and then there's like a swipe attack. And you can always do the swipe attack, but you have to, I think, recharge the charge attack. And then you have the shurikens, which you love. I feel like the shurikens are like the bread and butter of this game. Like everything else is sort of secondary.
Because it feels like satisfying when you line up that shot. You hit that person.
But the problem is you have to. It takes 1 to 3 seconds to aim the shuriken. That's why if you hit that shot, it's very rewarding. But you're immobile. I don't think you can.
A little risky.
Can you?
I think you can't aim. You could but it's mainly moves your character.
It's really hard. The way that your character moves, they feel weighty, so that's why it's hard to aim while.
Not to mention that they bounce off walls.
Yeah. Yeah, and they leave a mess. You choose the mess that it leaves, leaves or stars.
Or
there's a number of them, and then there's hats you can wear, kind of like Star Wall. That's the go-to game. Or Beat Your Meat had the same option.
Yeah,
choose your suits and hats.
It's one of those kinds of games where it's
I feel like the whole black and white thing, we've played a number of games on it, and still there are more where a lot of people use that as the gimmick, but I feel like it's kind of an overdone gimmick now. That's why I kind of feel like...
I kind of feel that same regard, but I do believe there's still quite a few ideas you can go with black and white.
Mm-hmm. I think more with the plot, the 2D platformer side-scroller.
Right, yeah.
I feel like it's done insanely.
But I mean, there could be really other cool, gimmicks you could do with, either positive or negative stuff.
Yeah.
Polarity, for instance. Not Polarity. It was like this shoot 'em up where you're flying and you have,
Ikaruga?
Ikaruga.
Yeah, there's a few shoot 'em ups like that. But I thought this game was still fun. I just found, there's a lot of stages, but I feel with the playlist, there's too many matches in one go. I feel if it was split up, I feel, definitely we didn't get the full scope of this game because you need 3 or 4 players.
And the thing is, we did play the entire thing.
In a tight arena, it's going to be far more faster.
But it's definitely better with 4 players.
Yeah.
As it stands right now, it is a very interesting, well-developed game, and I would give it an 8 out of 10 with that.
I feel like I love multiplayer only games if I feel like it's like GoldenEye. Like if GoldenEye was just about the multiplayer, I feel like the game would still be legendary, but like the game's even more legendary in the fact that
It has like this large story.
well, the fact that the game follows the movie but it also adds new content and plus um,
Basically
there's
gives
so
you,
many references to Bond. I think that's why that lasted for so long.
and it gives you like a whole slew of characters. Even
Yeah.
one character who would basically break the game.
What I feel like I'm comparing that to this because I feel like there's not really a story to this. So I think if you really love the multiplayer, like you're gonna be playing it a lot. But
I feel like the reason why this and a lot of other multiplayer only games are like that because it's easier to program like like the opportunity to have other players play than to program an entire AI.
yeah, I think that's the thing. Like I think that's the biggest thing that is unfortunate about these games. If there's no AI, then it can be hard to play the game,
Yeah.
especially over like Steam or something.
Especially in this kind of I mean, even though some places,
Situation.
even though some places are opening up right now, we still have to be careful, you know.
Mm-hmm. Exactly. I definitely still give it at least a 7.5 or 8, somewhere there. I remember hearing Raven reviews, and while I think it was fun, I don't think it's like totally earth shattering.
Yeah, I mean, it's for what it is. It'll keep
it
you.
was a PS4 exclusive, I think. That's why I think they made a big deal over it.
I feel like if you're one of those guys who would rather play a bunch of random indie multiplayer games instead of like your Smash or Call of Duty, this would be a good game to play. Like this would be like something that if you and a bunch of other players have,
I
you
do
could play
feel
it.
like there are a lot of stealth games like that really use stealth, so I'd give kudos to that for this game. Like it really does
And it plays it
involve
off
a
real
lot of
well.
stealth.
Like
yeah,
like
so
it plays in a way where you're like in most games that use stealth, they actually have to heavily pound into you that you are doing stealth. But this, I didn't
Yeah,
even realize that most
true.
of it was stealth.
that's what I was gonna say. Like this is very, you figure out how to play quickly, and I think that's where the enjoyment is. Like just how well can you outsmart your opponent? I feel this game is about, and yeah, Nick, I felt like picked up on it a lot faster in that sense. It's not
Yeah.
an action game so much as so many other games on
So
Steam.
much as a stealth game, and that's why I was able to land some of those shurikens well.
Yeah.
It's all about patience, you know.
Yeah, I'd definitely say check it out. There's nothing.
What would you
quite
give
like
it as a
this.
score?
Well, as I said, like between a 7 and an 8. I wouldn't say it's. I feel like if there's no one-player mode, like it can be sort of tough to recommend a game, but it depends on how solid the multiplayer is too. So yeah, I'd say definitely check it out. There aren't many stealth games like Steam like this, and even on consoles. So it's kind of unique in that sense.
Yeah. Check it out.
Yeah, and the sounds are. I don't really remember the sounds actually, but
Uh,
yeah, I think you're more absorbed by the graphical style.
yeah, very,
Sort of
very
feels like
aesthetically pleasing
Escher.
to the eyes.
Kind of like Escher-like almost in a sense, without the weird designs too much. But
Yeah, and
Right.
each level has like a little different color to it.
yeah, keep on Eschering.
Keep on Eschering.
Chambara.
Ninja.
Chambara. Stealth likely.
Giri Giri Chambara.